I thought of logging a couple of minutes ago, but then I thought, let's wait 2-3 minutes before the class starts. So, good afternoon and welcome. And those of you who have started submitting your papers, your experience about writing the answers quickly. We'll wait for others to join in, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. We'll start in another 5 to 7 minutes so that everyone can join in. And today we have a new batch starting on environment, so you can take it from there also. So we'll continue with environment in GS also. Good afternoon to all. Good afternoon. Just waiting for all to join in so that we can start. So the questions which was submitted, some of you had asked me about the questions. So I had sent to those questions to be submitted. I hope that you are working on them. Yes. So let us talk about the questions that we are bringing to you. Today we are talking about the miscellaneous part of the contemporary issues. So I'll be taking them one by one and I'll try and think about that. And we will also look at, how we can continue further in all those things. Get that? So any doubts? And people who sent me a message, sir, I'm not a part of MMP, but I still need the test. So I have, for geography optional students, I have forwarded the test to you. If anyone else is left, well, the deadline is today. So today, I think 6 to 8 p.m. I think something, that is what I gave the exemption to all of you. So you can submit it by today evening. However, today we are also starting the environment course. So you can, if you have not done the environment course till now, I would strongly recommend that you come for the environment course. And after that, because many people in MMP also requested some relaxation, तो उनके लिए कल noon तक का relaxation दिया गया. So some of you who have not been able to write because of your job or some other engagement, college, school, so you are given that extension also. Is everyone with me? If any questions, please ask. So I'm left. I did not get any booklet yet. So Priyank, आपने message भेजा था. I think I sent you a booklet. I remember reading your message, Priyank. All others, anyone who's not got the booklet, you can very well send me a message. And कल noon तक का time है आपके पास. अमन ने भी भेजा है. अमन and Priyank. I think I've sent here. I've sent to almost everyone. So Priyank का नहीं मिला है. Aman, I don't know about yours, but बाकी लोग को तो जा चुका है. Question on this page with black pen and answer the question instead of taking printout. I will be very helpful if some students are asking whether they are allowed. Okay, so it's actually a challenging work. सर देख के आसान लग रहा था. Definitely answer writing is difficult. So people who are not able to take a printout, announcement for them, you can take a printout of those MMP sheets and then you can go ahead with that also. Relax. So deadline is today 8 p.m. Prashant, deadline को हमने MMP में भी relax कर. So tomorrow till noon you can submit. Just in case, because today we also have the environment course coming in. So many students would be participating in the environment course also. So I'll be telling you how to integrate current affairs in that and all those things. So that is going to be there. ठीक है? सभी को clear हो गया? I hope that brings some clarity to you. And other than that, all the people who got those questions also. प्रियंक आपको भी questions भेज दिए. Yes, you have to submit the PDF after writing the answer on the number that is given to you. Number that is given to you. चलिए. So let us start with what we have to do today. Abhishansa says Gmail ID. Abhishansa, make sure apart from the Gmail ID, send them Telegram also. I don't understand why people are not aware of how to add a contact to the Telegram. You go to the Telegram, go to the contact at the bottom right. There is an icon with a plus. When you put that, you can add the number and name. So this is how you add a contact. So कई बार that contact may not be visible, but you'll have to create a contact. चलिए, let me bring in today's class. क्या करने वाले हैं? So let us complete the areas that we are looking at. What have I got for you? Many things. Perfect. So A to Z is starting on 7th of October. I am planning in the foundation. Everyone in the foundation itself, we are going to bring in the geography quiz or geography club activities. Have you received any club activity today? आज ग्रुप पर कोई club activity आई है या नहीं आई? Has any club activity come on the group? Ashok has asked me to send those papers. Ashok Prajapati, I've sent you, beta. Your map is not good. You have not worked on India map till now. Course is about to come to an end. Okay. So no geography club activity. Let me see why it was not posted. I had created something on land breeze and sea breeze today. Everyone, land breeze and sea breeze. I had compiled some very nice information. I used Wikipedia and many diagrams also. So you will see that. Everyone sharing a file with all of you. So this is what we are going to go into the geography club. So this is for people who are completing this, and the geography club activities will be done in the foundation. So people who have completed your geography, you can also be in that. It will work for you. Is everyone with me on this? So sea breeze डाला गया आपके लिए club activity. Can you see that people who are new to this group? So the group link is there. Can you see the land breeze and sea breeze? Now I'm looking at the diagrams. Please pick up your diagrams. I don't know how many of you have been maintaining your diagram book also. So this is the land breeze sea breeze. Today's physical activity. I also got a case study on earthquake in US. So I will be posting a case study based thing in the geography club tomorrow. So geography club activities will continue that way. Abhi, I have not extended invite to anyone for GIDG. I will send you messages depending on your performance, how you have done the test, how you have submitted your assignments and other things also. So let us come to today's areas and let us start working on this. So contemporary issues, if I'm looking at, now most of these are ecological issues. So again, inviting you all for the environment class, which is today, and everyone, today's theme for all of you, every day in the environment GS classes, we have themes. So today's theme would be about biodiversity conservation up to the Kunming Declaration. Up till the Kunming Declaration. So you will be getting to know a lot of current affairs from that also. We've been looking at environmental hazards. We have been looking at environmental hazards, landslide, earthquake, tsunami. Tsunami abhi bacha. I don't know why I have not completed that. Epidemics. Get that? Epidemics is done. Changes in patterns of land use. Okay, I want to bring in today, looking at the questions which are coming, certain things on land use, certain things on agriculture. Yes, agriculture. Certain things on environment management. Get that? Certain things on forest, environment degradation, and if possible, something on rivers also. So this is what I am going to talk about in these classes, in the class today. Some fusion ideas so that you can think and link also. And the environment part, as I said, environment part would be done in the in. So let's talk about forest first. So did we get a question on cloudburst? Yes or no? Cloudburst was in news. So cloudburst was a question in the mains already, and I do expect that to come in the optional also. Pretty common, and ये काफी normally आता है. So apart from cloudburst, जो मुझे mountain areas में, the other thing that comes is forest fires. Yes, forest fires. So I want to, have we talked a lot already about deforestation? Yes or no? We've already talked about deforestation and all other activities related to forest and forestry. True. We've already talked a lot on that. Now, so where do I get into? So I thought of bringing some part to you in terms of what is happening in forest. And our question will not be particularly about forest. Our question will be more on forest related issues, ecological issues. So to add to this, I want to combine an idea of deforestation and forest fires. Is everyone okay? Now, how many of you are still working on your language book? Language improvement journal. Are you only filling it up, or are you also writing, using them in your answers? So use ho pa raha hai ya nahi ho pa raha? Do you see your upgrade coming in into that? Again, saying these are improvement works. If you choose to do that, it will keep on happening. But if you choose not to, then it won't last the way we would have wanted it to. Perfect. उपेंद्र कह रहे हैं slightly. उपेंद्र जब slightly होता है ना तो इसका मतलब होता नहीं. Yes or no? फिर भी आप कुछ धमाकेदार आंसर दे रहे थे. Everyone, can you pick up the glass? Remember that? Can you pick up the glass? Answer is yes or no. If you say slightly, then you understand. Yes or no? I invited my childhood friend and I told him, yeah, it's been so many years we haven't met. Let us meet around Diwali. So he writes to me, okay, bhai, I will try. Do you understand? I will try. My best friend. So the answer has to be yes or no. I wrote to him date and time. वो लिख के भेज. Do not tell me try. तो somewhat नहीं होता है. Yes or no? Slightly से नहीं होगा. 50-50 से नहीं होगा. So if somebody says, sir, my language improvement, I can see what language improvement is happening over there. चलिए. So language improvement journal, we'll look at that also. So first of all, let us look at what language we can pick up. So I found a good language on forest. So you gave us homework also on ISFR issues related. Perfect. Yes. So I'm saying Global Forest Goal Report 2021. Get that? So we are talking about forest. So can we use this? Prepared by Department of Economic and Social Affairs of UN. So UN is doing that, and UN is also having a strategic plan for forest 2030. Everyone, how many of you know about this? You know about SDGs? You know about SDGs? No? I'm looking at when the questions are coming in our geography optional, will we start using them or not? So deforestation is there. I'm saying globally this is happening. Pandemic-driven health and social economic outcomes have increased the pressure on forests. There is growing vulnerability, and you will realize that more and more people have gone back, retreated deeper into woods, food, fuel, shelter because of COVID-19. So what's the matlab? They left the urban areas and they went over there. So we are looking at that many things have happened, and if we are looking at the forest being the provider, we need to conserve them. So globally, when we are talking about State of Forest report says that 4.6 billion, 31. If you remember, 3 plus 1 is 4. So this we have already discussed. But make sure if a question comes on India, there also you can say that India is aligned with the goals of UN strategic plan on forest by 2030. Okay? So it's made 6 global goals. There are 6 global goals in this, and there are 26 targets. And who's doing this? UN DESA launched new flagship publication, Global Forest Goal Report. So who has given this? UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Is everyone okay? Now, a phrase which I would want in my language book is, they want to achieve increasing forest cover through afforestation, restoration. The worsening state of our natural environment is threatened against other gains. So afforestation and restoration, please start bringing this in your vocabulary. Is everyone okay? So restoration has to be there. Simple phrase. Do we get that? This will also reduce the dependency, the poverty of the forest dependent population in the world. And is it there in India also? Yes, that's what we are talking about in this. In this strategic plan, when we are talking about, it wants the forest to be sustainably managed, contribute to the sustainable development, and provide economic, social, environmental, and cultural benefits for the present and future generation. I want this phrase to go in your language improvement book or journal. I've not been talking much about it, so from time to time I keep on reminding. So what is it? Sustainably managed. Forest should be sustainably managed. They should contribute to the sustainable development and provide economic, social, and environmental and cultural benefits to the present and future generations of the world or India. Everyone. Of the world or India. Perfect. So everyone is saying, world. Why would this sentence not apply to India? Why would it not apply to Pakistan? Why am I talking to everyone about this? Everyone, please look at this. Syllabus lekar aa raha hu. We are talking about deforestation, environmental degradation, and deforestation. Later on, we will talk about concepts of sustainable growth and development, environmental awareness. In both these, can you not talk about the strategic plan for forest 2017 to 2030? I'm talking about that. Environmental management aa raha hai. Abhi aap kahoge environmental management kya hota hai? Yahi environmental management hai. Do we get that? That's why we are saying that how do we get it from the current affairs? So environmental management, what is environmental management, everyone? What is environmental management? It is to manage the environment sustainably, contributing to the sustainable development to provide economic, social, environmental, and cultural benefits to the present and future generations. Isn't that there? So you can very well use that. Now I'm talking about what is the target of this. The target of this is globally the forest should increase by 3% or 120 million hectares. So everyone, how much is the total already? How much is the total? 31%. And how much does it add up to? 4 billion hectares, yes or no? What is the proposal? 3% badana hai. 3% is 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2, can you see that? 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 plus 2 million hectare. Do we get that by 2030? This is the goal. And have you also heard of Bond Challenge? People who have not heard of Bond Challenge, come to the evening environment classes. You would learn a lot from there also. Everyone with me on this? Any questions, please ask. If any questions, please ask. The global goals and targets cover combating climate change, increasing forest protected areas, mobilizing, financing, and inspiring innovation, promoting governance, and enhancing cooperation across sectors and stakeholders. Everyone, please tell me, is this a language which you would want to have on topics like environment management? People tell me that my answers are coming very general. Can you not see what is environment management? Environment management involves combating, increasing, mobilizing finance, inspiring innovation, promoting governance, enhancing cooperation across sectors and stakeholders. इस पे पूरा आंसर बन सकता है नहीं बन सकता, with a lot of case studies, lot of examples, breaking it down under various headings. Is everyone with me? This is a sample of how to pick up from your current affairs classes, from your GS classes, how GS is integrated with optional. Is everyone okay? So again, saying when somebody said slightly I'm doing in that, so I know you're not much into that language improvement book. And I've also said language improvement book is not about quotable quotes. Tell me, is this a useful paragraph or not? Is it a good vocabulary for topic on environmental management for both paper 1 as well as paper 2? Yes or no? When I'm saying environmental management and I'm saying combating climate change, do you have sufficient information on that to expand this point? Environmental management. Second is increasing forest protection. Do you have sufficient point for that? Do you have the idea that mobilizing financing under SDG, the goal 17 is about international cooperation. True or not? Yes or no? Do we have a green fund, green climate fund under Paris Accord? Do we have that or not? We very clearly have that also. We have the funding agency, so mobilizing financing, inspiring innovations. So are we going into innovative solutions to climate change? Yes. Are we looking for innovations? That is what we are talking about, promoting governance and enhancing. So this is something, this is what I want everyone to understand, that what language book is about. Language book is not about quotable quotes. It is not about any random poetic English language. It is about where you can talk about what you can use in your answers. Everyone, whatever is on the screen which has been highlighted, two paragraphs, are they information related to language that you can use. I hope I've given you sufficient samples. Chaliye. So India इसके लिए क्या कर रहा है? What is India doing? So once we have talked about the UN strategic plan for forest, has India got any plan? So India has a forest policy. In fact, under the Britishers, we had Indian Forest Act 1927. I've already talked about it. In 1980, we came up with forest conservation also. In 1980, we came up with a Forest Conservation Act. Remember that? I told you that under this, the forests were classified, forest officers, forest services were aligned in this. Is everyone okay with this? Have I already talked about this in the previous class on forest resources? But I'm saying, if you are answering the question on deforestation and sustainable management of forest or environment management, would you want to use that or not? True. Okay, so sorry, I was a little distracted. Yes, so this is already what we have done. So one is the UN strategic plan, and then we have our acts, 1927 Act and 1980 Act. Act is a law. Yes, no? And policy is, we are looking at our policy. So we have a national policy. National policy, I already told you that what is in this national policy. In this national policy, we have the forest related, climate change, biodiversity, REDD plus, and forestry wing. All those things are somewhere created to give effect to the policy. Forest division was created and many more things. So this is what we are looking at. And if you remember, how much is our target? 1/3 area in the plains to be under forest and 2/3 area in the hill regions. Is everyone with me on this forest conservation? Have I given you the language? Perfect. Now will this come in the examination? Will this come in the examination? No, this will not come. This will not come. Then what will come? Now this is what content is, and then how we connect it to that. So let us try writing it. And 1 minute, I would want you to think also. Say for example, what should I say? What is SFM? Sustainable Forest Management, and its significance. How many parts? Question, how many parts? 2 parts. Yes. Can I give you 1 minute, 60 seconds, everyone, to think about this quickly? 60 seconds, let's think about it. And then we will talk. Yes, tell me. Everyone, have you thought of it? So what is sustainable forest management? And if we are to bring it to India also, so what should it be? So you would have written general things. Yes, sir. And what is it a part of, everyone? Just to tell you, what am I doing? What am I doing? I am trying to cover uh, this part. Everyone, can you see about environment management? Is everyone okay? Environment management. The language which we will use will cover the forest, but in general, we can talk about this for other things also. Is everyone okay? Can I say environment management? I've already given you a segment of the language that you will use. Environment management, sustainably managed, contributing to the development and social, economic, and environmental. So definitely, many of you, when you don't know the answer, you can say sustainable management is about socio, cultural, economic, ecological management of forest for present and future. Is everyone with me? Most of you would have done this. So, pehla level of brainstorming to ye rakhna hai. Everyone who's doing it, do these practices with me, because as I said, no, towards the end of the course, and the GIDG people will be looking at all these exercises. You will really get a lot of strength in concept building, in linking and thinking. But then, as I said, no, not everyone is for GIDG. So that is what we will be talking about. Now, if I am to talk about this particularly, you can keep writing also whatever you want to. If anything got linked to you, that's very good. Sustainable forest management refers to management of forests. Sustainable forest management, can I say, is a technique of natural resource management. Technique of natural resource management, focusing forest. So first of all, did I do justice to what is SFM? What is it? It is a technique of natural resource management, focusing forest. Yes or no? It is based on the principles of sustainable development, and tries to maintain and tries to strike a balance between the three pillars of sustainable development as shown in figure 1. Everyone with me? Sustainable forest management can come in paper 1 also, can come in paper 2 also. Both the things are very much possible. But one thing, if you are thinking, yeah, aapka kahin par hona chahiye, this can be expanded. This part can be expanded, though I will be giving you the technical aspects also. Everyone get that? So just knowing what are forests. Remember, we also did Indian State of Forest Report. We also know which area forest is increasing, which area decreasing, what are the causes and all that. But question, if we are talking about, that will be about forest management. So how are we going to use that data into all these answers? So first of all, will we be able to do this, everyone? In a 10 marker, if I give this, will the examiner be willing to give me 1.5 marks? 1.5 to dega ki nahi dega? Suppose I keep telling my students, many students ask me, particularly who are writing mains, this is we run short of time. So what should we do? So last answer, and the examiner is about to pull your sheet. Should this be done or not? Was it done quickly? Should everyone be smart? Towards the end of the course, I want my students also to realize practical challenges which will come over there. Okay. Broadly, there are 7 thematic activities. Broadly, 7 thematic activities covered under SFM. What are these? First is forest health and vitality. Forest health and vitality. Second is extent of forest cover. Extent of forest cover. Do we get that? Then we have the forest biodiversity. We have forest biodiversity. Then we have the functions of forest, productive functions. Then we have function of forest, protective functions. Yes, sir? So do you know the difference between productive and protective? Socio-cultural. If you remember, this comes from that ecosystem service. Remember ecosystem services? So this comes from there. True? Seventh one is legal, policy, institutional functions. Is everyone with me? Do we get that? Now, if these are the things, everyone, please keep your notes updated on this. Can you use it for world as well as India? True or not? True. Say, for example, India's forest policy is aimed at this, and even strategic forest goals, they are also aimed at this. True or not? Do we have examples on this? Extent of forest cover, is it decided here 33% and 66%? True or not? Do we have biodiversity for forest biodiversity? Do we have Biodiversity Act in India? Yes. In biodiversity, do we have Wildlife Protection Act in India? Do we have that or not? True. When we are talking about the productive functions, can you see that food, fodder, timber are gained from that in India? That is there. Are we using it? Yes. Who's regulating it? Forest Protection Act 1980. Is it regulating how much you can have that? Even Forest Dweller Act. Can I bring that or not? True. When I talk about the socio-cultural functions, have you heard of the Sacred Grove? I shared it one of the my Telegram newspaper news on the day where we were saying that Northeast, the Sacred Grove is almost destroyed. Yes or no? For developmental purposes. Legal policy, have we already talked about 1927 to 1980, what we have been doing, and 1988 policy? Do we have Forest Research Institute? Yes. Do we have Indian State of Forest report coming out on that? Yes or no? If, Forest Survey of India. Do we have institutions working or not? Why not? And can I say in the legal policy, apart from this biodiversity, may we have those Wildlife Protection Act के under? Do we have biosphere reserves? We have national parks. We have wildlife. True. अगर आपने सुना फॉरेस्ट हेल्थ एंड वाइटैलिटी को बढ़ाने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज टॉकिंग अबाउट ग्रीन इंडिया मिशन. Green India mission. Do we have Green India mission? Yes, sir. We're talking about health and vitality. Is India also a part of the bond challenge? Yes. And are we also working on DLDD? What is DLDD? Desertification, land degradation, and drought. इसके लिए भी are we working on the forest health and vitality? Now everyone tell me, do we have sufficient content? Sustainable forest management. Would you want to use that in environment management? Would you want to use that in environment management? Socio-cultural may, can I say, it gives power to the forest dwellers and tribals also. True. Are we talking about forest dwellers and tribals? Their rights are also respected in sustainable forest management. True or not? Yes, sir. In this, we are looking at productive functions. Can I say commercial as well as non-commercial? These are the activities which the government regulates in that. Protective functions, if you remember, do we have a target on carbon sinks also? Carbon sink and sequestration under our INDC, International. We will sequester carbon through our forests. Yes, sir. If a question comes on sustainable forest management of the world, if a question comes on sustainable forest management of India, do we have ideas on this or not? True. Second part of the question, what was it? Have you answered the first part? What is sustainable forest management? Second part of the question, what is the significance? What is the significance? Have we answered the significance? No, we have not answered the significance. Have we also put a map? Map to banaya nahi. Everyone can imagine what note making is about. When students ask me, sir, do we make notes from your slides? And note making is this, where you are brainstorming, thinking, and writing. Brainstorming, thinking, and writing. You have those 7 ideas with you. 7 ideas you did not know. I made you write them down. अभी मैप क्या बनाएंगे और significance जल्दी से बताओ. Quickly, everyone, let's take 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's draw a map also and identify the significance. जल्दी से. Quickly. You can use from that UN language. Naman, think about it. एक दो point मत लिखो. Think about it. You already have that. Everyone, I don't know whether you know or not. ये जो यहाँ पर आ रहा है. Those 2 phrases will help you a lot. me try. मेरा wait करते हैं किसी से लिखेंगे, so I will just note down. First, I think integrated benefits on almost all counts. Yes or no? So what will happen? Sustainable forest management. Will there be biodiversity protection? Will there be soil protection? Will there be soil protection or not? Will soil and biodiversity protection lead to forest cover increasing? Would it lead to livelihood? Therefore, poverty reduction. True or not? Will it also mitigate the impacts of climate change? Everyone, are you with me? True. Can I say, आपने यहाँ पर सुना Miyawaki method of forest regeneration? Yes or no? सुना है? What is that method? Anyone? If you remember, if you attended my environmatics class, Japanese one which we tried in South in Kerala, what is Miyawaki? Kerala, Karnataka, this belt we are looking at. Quick regeneration of dense forest. Yes. Will it add to biodiversity protection? Will it add to soil protection? Will it add to forest cover? Yes or no? सब होगा या नहीं होगा? Everything we are looking at. True. It is. In fact, I want to tell you, European Union, EU's Green Deal project has SFM as a significant part. Everyone, why am I writing European Union? Because Miyawaki was the Japanese method. People who, do you know about Miyawaki or not? ये तो इस बार prelims में भी आया. Yes, quick regeneration of forest. So first regeneration method. Have I given you a global example also? If this question comes in paper, 1, then can you handle it? Yes. True. Pakistan में 10 billion trees tsunami project. Trees की tsunami. Did you see Pakistan getting those floods? Huge issue of desertification in Pakistan. Do you see integrated benefits? Flood control, food, flood fiber, everything will be there. So I gave you example of EU, I gave you example of Pakistan. Did I give you about Miyawaki also? Yes, sir. I can also give you an example of Nagaland. There's an organization called Lema Shenlock organization. They got the Biodiversity 2018 award for what? For mobilizing people to conserve species. For species conservation using sustainable forest management. Yes or no? Are we clear? Jadov Payeng, you can use that also. Can I also say the Bishnoi community? I'm just giving you examples. Bishnoi community, I told you all sacred principles on that. They also use SFM when they say that the forest doesn't have to go. Is everyone okay? 3 examples and integrated benefit. Has it been there? Team Trees project based on online crowdfunding. Team Trees online. I'm saying, like we are looking at integrated benefits on the ground. Is everyone okay? Can I also say the second significance is turning population resource equation positive, managing the burden on forest. Do we have a burden on forest due to growing demand? So will this help or not? Demand to constantly increase. The demand is constantly increase or not? Yes or no? True. Third, very important, and I'm going to UN in this. Very beautiful thing. If you remember 3 pillars of Convention on Biodiversity, people who remember that, who attended my environmentics class, use, sustainably use, conserve, and share benefits. Yes or no? Of what? Forest genetic resources. Remember the patents also. Sustainable forest management through legal mechanisms. Say, for example, Biodiversity Act in India. Or even Environment Protection Act in India. Both of them are for this. Is everyone okay? Have I given you India also and the world also? Keep that in mind, because when you're preparing for these contemporary issues are the most challenging areas. That's why I keep those long classes for this, so that you can integrate both paper 1 and paper 2 depending on the questions. Yes or no? Recognize humans as a part of forest ecosystem. So they are interdependent. Sustainable forest management is not about giving humans the right to exploit the forest. No, it is not about that. It is about inviting them to participate in that. Do we get that? True. I also want to write somewhere in the center. Remember, we have the tribal areas. This is the tribal areas. True. Tribal areas of India. SFM, Sustainable Forest Management, is essential part of, included in the Forest Dweller Right Act. (2006) also. And can I say this as a fifth significance, help in devolution and decentralized planning? Forest management. Is everyone okay? Have I given you specific points? Have I given you an innovative map? Kahin par hai to lekar aao. That's what we are saying. You are also reading it. You can also bring so many things to yourself in your answers. Current affairs mein aayega. Can you update your notes with that? Can you update your notes with that? Possible? Everyone with me? Forest samajh mein aaya? Forest management, environment management, and the language needed for that, and the diagram and the map that we'll have to create. That's what I'm looking at. Another area in which I do expect a question is forest fires. As I said, no, forest fires, a spatial examination. Have we talked about this before? Yes. So can you right now? It was a homework. Can you right now that you have been talked about this, not write anything on this? Show me a unique map on this. Everyone, can we go for a map on this? Tell this. What will you make for a map? Just a map, showing everything through map. Just a map. Quickly. Okay, if you made a map, you can submit quickly. I want everyone to submit if you made a map, if you did the homework also. I said spatial examination, not without writing. A lot of exercise when I do this GIDG. I put my students in a challenge situation where I tell them that you don't have to write anything. Show me the issue through an illustration. So everyone quickly. Whatever you made, anyone who has tried this, if you're just looking at my map, it won't work. If you've tried this, can you please submit? Anyone would do. Okay, so Sneha has it. Thank you, Sneha. Other people, if you did not submit, even that is okay. Just as a sample, I wanted that. So thank you, Sneha, for participating. Okay. So now Sneha is writing Tripura, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Chhattisgarh. Yes, and that's it. So this is her answer for spatial. Yes, Sneha, abhi map abhi tak theek nahi. That's not a good idea to work on. ठीक है, अपने map को improve करिए, please. You will be helped on that. If I'm to write, I would go for natural causes. Man-made causes. Yes, sir. I want to tell you that in this Himalaya, dry weather conditions because of climate change that is happening, and we are looking at, if you remember, the chir pine leaves. They catch fire. Dry weather conditions, chip and they will catch fire. True or not? Very, very normal. Here, another one is thunder and lightning. Lightning strike, very, very normal. I would say that there is a lot of heat wave in central India. Heat waves. Heat waves in the central India. Yes. Here we are looking at in this area. Dry, deciduous, thorny vegetation prone to fires. Fire happens during the summers. True. And outside India, if you ask me, I would say that El Nino and negative Indian Ocean dipole support conditions for fire. Is everyone okay? Now tell me natural causes. This is there and this is what Sneha has done. Which figure is speaking to the examiner? What Sneha has done, that is just a shaded area. Northeast to ho hi gaya na mera. So I can always say which is there. Northeast mein fires ho sakte hain. We are looking at that. So we can say drought. में तो हो सकता है. Drought तो कहीं भी आएगा ना. Drought. And I've not talked about man-made fires till now. Man-made fires. Can I say irresponsible tourism? Irresponsible tourism. Deliberate fire by pastoralist. Deliberate fire by pastoralists before monsoon to induce growth. Before monsoon, no, they will burn that. Then what will happen? Monsoon will, cause it to, get wet and the nutrients will go into the soil. For better growth, they will be deliberately burning. True. बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हो. यहाँ पर मैंने डाल दिया zoom cultivation. Zoom or shifting cultivation. Can I put here also southern hill complex also? Zoom तो नहीं बोलते उसको. Beaver. Yes, Odu. Have you heard of these names? Local names. तो यहाँ पर भी shifting हो रहा है. So instead of zoom, can I say shifting in the southern hill complex also? Can I also say plus irresponsible tourism? Make sense? Fire by smugglers to divert attention. Poachers to divert attention. Left-wing extremism डाल सकते हो यहाँ पर. बिल्कुल है. You can say fire by smugglers, poachers, LWE. Is it okay? चलेगा? Same. Yes. Can I say man-animal conflict? हमने महाराष्ट्र कर्नाटका दिस एरिया में देखा है. Man-animal conflict. Local people burn. Local people burn. वो टाइगर से बचने के लिए फिल्म दिखाते मशाल लेकर. Possible. Everyone tell me, is this map anywhere in any book? आपने तो homework भी किया था. I'm saying we need to evolve, no, with classes. Many of you stopped submitting assignments and homework. Many of you stopped doing that. Many of you are like, अपने को बहुत आता है, ठीक है हो गया. And I'm saying every day is improvement. When I created this map for you, I thought about it. No. Now let us compare it with a map of a beginner. Sneha is a sample case study for a beginner here. Many of you would draw this and you'll be happy. True or not? And the moment the examiner is listening or reading this forest fire spatial examination, when he goes into this, अब बताइए उसने थोड़ा सा ही लिखा हो. The person would have written a little bit as per the state of forest report. It is the northeast, then the Uttarakhand region which is very prone, then the dry deciduous region in the rain shadow area, and the southern hill complex. यही आने वाला 4 areas. Yes, sir. Will you mention as per ISFR? True. And forest fires, the issues related to that they are going to cause a lot of pollution, a lot of greenhouse gases. In fact, the forest sequesters carbon dioxide. Even that carbon will be released. Yes or no? A lot of habitat loss happens. Now there are reasons for it, and then he put 2 maps on the first page itself. Need 1 page here, 1 page there, 2 pages. Are we going to make a difference to our writing like this or not? That's my invitation, that's my challenge to my students, and I want all of you to do better than what you were doing before. Everyone, have I given you innovation samples? अब यहाँ पे देखिए तो सही है. मतलब sustainable का मतलब क्या है? Global goals target cover combating, increasing forest cover, mobilizing finance, inspiring innovation, promoting governance. Everyone, answer writing target is answer writing. Increasing the content of your answer, mobilizing better sources, inspiring innovation in the students, and promoting proper structuring of answers. This is what I'm doing. And many of you are just listening to me, and many of you have already given up happy. यार इतना थोड़ी IAS बना देगा, इतना थोड़ी पढ़ने आए थे. We just joined the classes, we liked it. Yeah, it's okay. So I'm looking at, you have the content, specific content. People ask me, sir, are your notes enough? Hey, bhai, my notes are enough. But if you don't apply this to them, if you do not apply this to them, it is like a body without soul. And if in my last classes I'm not able to show you this, then the teacher must lead by an example. No? तो पहले वो होना चाहिए. So that is what I'm trying to do. Is everyone okay with this? So mood change करते हैं. Let us go to a totally new thing. Will you be interested in taking on the challenge? नए area में? Yes. Try करते हैं. Many of you are a little afraid. Sir, थोड़ा सा मेरी language अच्छी नहीं है sir. Well, somebody put to me like, sir, I will join MMP 2024 because my attempt is in 2024. Get that? This boy likes this girl. Yes, sir. A and B. ये मजनू भैया है. Likes this Leila. He will be manageable age कितना चल रहा है? 21 in 2025. ठीक है? And he's met her in 2022. So 3 years underage है. What should he do? Wait for 25? Should he wait for 25? No, you can. So when somebody writes to me, sir, my attempt is 2024. Yes, sir, I'll join your MMP 2024. So number one, ये होगी या नहीं होगी तब पता नहीं. So am I offering you MMP 2024? Yes or no? Life is unpredictable. कल हो ना हो. True. Will you be there in 2024? Who knows? Will your dream be there in 2024? Who knows? If you are serious about it, you'll approach her today itself. तो ना बात करके पता चलेगा. पहले दिन पता चल जाएगा. 3 साल भी वेस्ट नहीं होगा भाई. If you start preparing right now, within 2 months you will realize what this examination preparation demands. True. And if you are not able to meet the demand of it, you might choose something else also. True or not? Or you will upgrade yourself for the demand. Sir, मैं तो 24 में सर मैं तभी करूँगा. ठीक है. तब कर लेना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. तब तक लैला would be gone and no मौका no चौका. तब तुम इंतजार करते रह जाओगे, ढूंढते रह जाओगे. चलिए, let's change the mood of the topic of contemporary issues. I want to go to agriculture now. I'm mixing disaster management from contemporary issues with agrarian unrest. So agriculture and disaster management, can I mix them? Yes or no? I told you something about disaster. If you remember, there is hazard. Hazard is that there are threats around, and then there is vulnerability. How much prone are you to that hazard? True or not? Remember that? And then I said the possibility and the probability of that hazard happening to you is risk. Yes. Vulnerability is the proneness to that, and proneness depends also on your preparation. True or not? How strong you are. So we've already talked about this disaster cycle. I'm not getting into this. My talk is vulnerability of. I can put many things in this fill in the blank and create a question. I'm putting Indian agriculture. Let's see what are the vulnerabilities. जल्दी से बताएंगे मुझे. Quickly think about it. What are the vulnerabilities of Indian agriculture? What can you think of? You have 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds. No. Think of it, Akash. You are wasting time if you're typing here. No. On the paper. Think of the vulnerabilities. Whatever, 4, 5, whatever comes to mind. Don't type. I gave you 60 seconds for this. Okay. Everyone identified the vulnerabilities. Thank you. And all of us know how to write. But answer writing is not just about writing. Quickly make a map. I want after this course, your fear about illustrations should transform into your love and potential to illustrate anything that you want to tell the examiner. Let's develop that ability. Everyone quickly put your vulnerabilities on the map. Job done. Spatially analyze the vulnerabilities if a question comes like that. Quickly. Crop damage, snowfall, hailstone. True. locust attack, coastal plains, storm surge, floods. That's the vulnerability that they have. Yes, sir. Can I say in this cotton region, pest attack? Sneha is saying farmer suicide. Is farmer suicide a vulnerability or an outcome of the vulnerability? Sneha, you need to think about that. Really need to think about that. F is normal flooding, heavy rains. Yes or no? What is D? Drops. Yes. Water logging and soil salinization. मैं यहाँ पे फ्लड नहीं लिखा, मैं लिख रहा हूँ फ्लड. See, we have the flood belt, no? ये तो है ही flood belt. Remember the flood areas which I told you? ये तो flood रहेगा. The two areas will be the high proneness to flood, and then we also put in the coastal floods. Is everyone okay with me on this? We're talking about the vulnerabilities, flood vulnerability, and water logging, soil salinization has happened here also. Black soil region, can I do that? Some part of that also is there. True. Are these vulnerabilities? These are, can I say these are natural vulnerabilities? Natural vulnerabilities. Can I say what are the man-made vulnerabilities? जल्दी से बताइए. Man-made vulnerabilities to agriculture. Man-made vulnerability. Marketing, or let us start with pre and post-harvest. Can I say pre-harvest vulnerabilities and post-harvest vulnerabilities? What is harvest? Pre-harvest vulnerabilities. Can I say delay in monsoon, change in season cycle? We are not able to do that. Yes. Choice of seeds that we are going to do. Yes. Credit availability. Is it man-made? Credit availability, choice of seeds, institutional support, agricultural inputs. I'm bringing from my agriculture topic. Post-harvest, store, marketing of it. Yes. Market glut. Possible. Yes or no? Perfectly okay. Can I add that also? Natural and man-made vulnerability. Now I was doing that for forest fire, then I switched it over and brought the similar idea to agriculture. Will it make sense? I'm saying in master stroke, up to my master stroke test nahi deta hu. That is only through entrance exam. I'll see next year what is the status, whether I even want to give or not. But we sit down and we start working on this and this and this and more of this, and then we soon feel that I have done this. Polity mein bhi ho sakta hai, from an act, another idea, from government's recent initiative, and we keep on connecting. Wow, then we realize there's a connection of economy also. There's a connection of biology in this. That how can carbon sequestration happen? So technology also comes in that. Makes sense. But then, as I said, no, not everyone is serious about this examination. So that is only to be given to a serious set of students. बाकी लोग किस लिए? बाकी लोग dictation के लिए सर 7 steps लिखवा दिए. Thank you. Those are the ones who will clap the next day. हाँ सर के note से आ गया. And then I'm sure people who tried to write the answer, yesterday when we had the discussion and even post discussion, you would have found it very challenging. True or not? Answer writing is a very different ball game altogether. Yes or no? Solution है कुछ इसका? Vulnerabilities को can we do for mitigation? Can I say there can be traditional and modern technology based solution possible? We can look at that pre-harvest. Yes or no? Did we talk about that watershed management, all those things? Watershed management. Can we take an ecological approach? Makes sense. So I said traditional and modern technology, that should be there. Yes. Once you've done that, now you understand disaster risk. Yes, vulnerability is that. Understand the disaster risk and preparedness for different hazards and DRR, disaster risk reduction. Well, not preferring monoculture, yes. Sneha, you can say under this. Under this, when we have mixed cropping can be there, yes. Using of integrated nutrient management, water management, that can also be there. Yes or no? Acha. If there is something, if something is unavoidable, monitoring an early warning system. So that IMD alert color code came, no? So we must be able to monitor and tell the people, yes or no? Even if something happens, then can we talk about insurance? Possible? Insurance cover possible? True. A question is coming on this. 5 points are there to expand now. Everyone, there are 2 points. Sneha and Priyank have made those points. Sneha is talking about not preferring monoculture, and Priyank is talking about drip irrigation. Everyone, are you able to listen to that? My points are different from theirs. My 5 ideas are different from the idea of Sneha and Priyank. Can you see what is causing this? Anyone, can you suggest what is causing this? Anyone, can you think? I am thinking under headings. Oh, Priyank was brainstorming. Everyone is brainstorming. Everyone is brainstorming. I am thinking under headings. You are bringing points. I've already told you points are infinite. People who have learned brainstorming properly. Brainstorming doesn't mean jo bhi aa gaya. Like I'm saying traditional and modern techniques in this already drip irrigation and like water harvesting, Johad system, they will all come in this. True or not? Understanding this different preparedness for different disasters, that is also their monitoring early warning system. That's what we're talking about. True or not? In fact, what I'm saying, what Sneha and whoever was writing, that can actually be turned into a map. You can create another map of this, where watershed management is happening, where monocropping has been removed, where we are looking at mulching being used, and all those things. True or not? Can I say post-harvest management is many things, which we can bring in all those things. So, especially for the man-made vulnerability. Is everyone with me? Get that? At 16:30, let's take a quick break and then we will continue with others. Again, inviting you to think and link. This is the time. This is the only time where you get, all the detailed work with me to think and link. Get that? See you after 10 minutes. Hi everyone, are we back? Okay, quickly. So learning from what we did till now. So what all you learn from this quickly? I'm also giving you a question for practice. Quickly, what are you learning from these final last two classes? I am pushing you towards a higher level, and I want you to have a glimpse of that, because without that, the teaching and learning in the course would not be complete. And remember, we started with a foundation, so it should reach a summit and climax also. So quickly, a question which I thought for you, which one should I give you? Okay. Discuss the what should I say? Something from GS overlap also. Discuss the methods of crop residue management in rural areas of India to reduce pollution. Is everyone with me on this? Now, where does this question come from? This comes from the first topic of contemporary issues. And what is that first topic of contemporary issues? Environmental pollution. Yes. So environmental pollution and degradation, this is the first one. So when we are talking about principles of, where did pollution go? Where have I removed it? I don't know where did it go. Yeah, issues related to environmental pollution. Should ask पीछे. Is everyone okay? Now tell me, is this question only about pollution? The question which I have given you, is it only about pollution? The answer which you will be writing, is it like the dead GS books which talk about types of pollution and all those things? Discuss the methods of crop residue management. So is it about agricultural management? Where in rural areas? Yes or no? Crop residue is also related to current affairs. Can I say parali burning? Current affairs also. Can I say it was also related to the 3 farm laws? Is it also related to sustainable forestry? Many things will be coming into this. Or is it having a specific content? Yes or no? So everyone, homework for you. This question is for homework for you. What are the methods? Explain or list of methods for crop residue management. Can you do that? So this is your homework. See this answer. Otherwise, you'll generally say that mulching can be done. Some bio remediation can also be done. Some of the chemical Delhi government had created some chemical. If it is sprayed, that Parali will be worked on that. You can have mechanical solutions also. Those are general things. If you can do that, you can submit directly to me. What are the methods for crop residue management? Once you know the methods, once you have done that internet study, then you can sit and write this answer. Then the answer will become brainstorming. Is everyone okay? Correct. So in my environmental classes, I talk about something called as neutrality. Something called as neutrality. So where do you get this idea? In environmental degradation, environmental management, and environmental pollution, ecological imbalances in India. So what neutrality are talking about? We often asked in current affairs also. Have you heard of carbon neutral? Yes. Have you also heard of land degradation neutrality? Somebody said that by 2070 was sab kuch GS1 environment class. But now I'm talking about this neutrality. Do you know about this carbon neutrality and land degradation neutrality and what India is doing in that? That is a part of this ecological management and ecological imbalances in India. Everyone with me on this? So what is this? What is carbon neutrality? What is land degradation neutrality? First of all, we must understand what. The amount of carbon dioxide emitted is equal to amount of carbon dioxide fixed. You become carbon neutral, net neutral. Amount of land degradation is equal to land. Now will we emit it? Why will we emit it? Because of Ecosystem services. We need ecosystem services or not? Do we need ecosystem services? Remember the provisioning services. They are providers of certain goods and services, no? So we want food, fuel, fodder, and everything is there. And in the process, we are going to do that. And can I also say that this is also a form of waste generation? Can I also say that this is a form of waste generation also? And who's generating this waste? It can happen natural also, but accelerated by humans. Yes or no? Now, this point number one and point number two, are they applicable for carbon neutral or land degradation neutrality? Which one? A or B? These points applicable. A or B? A or B? Both a smart student will use them for both. That we are having ecological services, we will use them, and as a result, land degradation will happen. Land degradation will happen. Yes, the mechanism would be different. Mechanism would be different. Here we can use what? Why are we having carbon dioxide emission more? Simple thing is fossil fuel burning, fossil fuel combustion. Is that true or not? One of the biggest causes is this. True. Other than that, what is it? What is leading to carbon dioxide? And when I say carbon dioxide, does it also include methane and carbon-based GHGs? True or not? So can I say methane also? Methane. Methane is coming from, if you remember, agricultural or swampy areas. Swampy areas. The permafrost also. See, Priyank is talking about respiration, and I am talking about and permafrost. Do you understand the difference between Priyank's thinking and my thinking? My thinking is saying swampy and permafrost because I will be able to show it spatially. Respiration can't दिखाऊंगा, Priyank. Do you understand the difference between a beginner and a person who has a purpose for that? No, you don't have to be sorry. I'm just saying कि आपको तो respiration में दिखेगा. Carbon dioxide respiration से निकलता है. मुझे भी पता निकलता. But when we are talking about fossil fuel consumption, I would show it in the cities of the world. Swampy regions I have, permafrost regions I have. I also have, animal husbandry regions. Animal husbandry में methane release होता है. Yes or no? Wet paddy. True or not? Think about it. When I'm talking about it, I am trying to keep my geographical aspects also in mind. That where will I use that? True. Okay. Or कुछ you want to add? Forest fire, as somebody rightly said. Forest fires. Not deforestation, but that's what we're talking about. And natural में जो वो था, yes, I agree, volcanoes are there, but as I said, no, we are looking at the current carbon problem, the greenhouse gas problem, is more because of anthropogenic activities. So that's what we're talking about. Now, for land degradation, it will be very different. Land degradation, में जल्दी बताइए क्या हो रहा है? What are we doing? Land degradation. Yes. Can I say overgrazing, over cultivation? Can I say monoculture? Can I say deforestation and loss of vegetal cover? Can I say soil degradation and erosion? Can I say leaching of chemicals? Can I say pollutants, especially plastic pollutants and other things? True or not? Can I say land degradation is happening on many counts? Can I say climate change? Yes, you can say use of chemical fertilizers and pesticide. Leaching may be there. Everyone, what changed? Did you realize? One and two. Everyone, this is a sample for you that these two are headings. Both headings were applicable to carbon neutrality and land degradation also, but these are points. Can I say points are different? Points will vary from point to point. Yes or no? From answer to answer. Can I say points can be converted into a map? Can I say points can be converted into a map in both the cases? Yes or no? True or not? Can we do that? So jaldi se ek carbon neutrality ke liye map banaiye. Why not just carbon neutrality? You can say why, like sources of carbon emission. Sources of carbon emission. Yes, or enhance carbon emission quickly and enhance land degradation. दो map बनाएंगे, two maps the way I did that, and if you want you can submit also. Let me see is the level of my students increasing or not. So the problem of GHG or carbon emissions, land degradation map. जल्दी से बताइए क्या करेंगे इसमें. चलिए कोई करेगा उसमें सबमिट. Anyone wants to submit? or take 60 more seconds. Take 60 more seconds, and don't worry, I'm not expecting you to give me the best answer, but a try over there. Okay, quickly, if you want to submit whatever has come to mind. So this time Priyanka has submitted something. Let's see what Priyanka has to submit. इनके तो दिख ही नहीं रहे. Poor. Why waste time on a poor submission? It's very clear, time is limited. No point taking submissions from students who do it frivolously. Okay. So if you're talking about this, so say for example, I'm just talking about, say for example, carbon neutrality. If I have to talk about, something on the map, I can say that what is causing things to happen is melting of glaciers. Melting of glaciers. Can I say urban pollution? Chennai, Bangalore, Bhopal. Urban vehicular pollution. Yes, that's what we're looking at. How greenhouse gases are going up. Can I say industrial estate? Can I also say crop residue burning? Yes. Can I say deltaic region or waterlogged region? Some places we're looking at deltaic region can have methane also. That's one thing which we have talked about. Now, everyone, can you see my labeling? And can you see this labeling? This labeling is this person is writing like this is like this is like this is like this. When we write and we like to read horizontally, yes or no? Some maturity in that. Can you see my diagram would be like this? My diagram would be like this. And what is happening because of this? Say, for example, I'm looking at consequences. Consequences also. So, can I say glacier melt is a consequence? Yes. Floods and droughts are a consequence. Can I say heat waves are a consequence because of that also? Floods, droughts. So I've already made that. I can very well do that also. Get that? So this is what I want. जब हम बना भी रहे, diseases, you can talk about diseases also, but we are not looking at, like we said, what are the causes which are creating more of greenhouse gas emissions due to waterlogging. Waterlogging, we can say that things are happening in that also. तो अभी हमने यहाँ पे forest fire नहीं डाला था. I should have put a forest fire also somewhere. Is everyone okay? So first is when you start respecting your illustrations. When you start respecting your illustrations, you will find that your illustrations will be respected by the examiner also. True or not? Okay. Another way you can illustrate is, say for example, problem solution mode. Problem solution. I'm going to make a seesaw for all of you. And can I say it will be balanced or imbalanced depending upon the weights? Yes or no? Can I say this is about carbon emission, this is about carbon sequestration? Is everyone okay? If it is equal, it will be balanced. Yes. Burning of fossil fuels, vehicular pollution. Can I say that? Industrial emissions. Can I say that also? Agri and allied activity sources. Can I say crop residue, even organic methane released by the cattle or the paddy field? Yes or no? And waste generation from various activities. Miscellaneous activities can generate that. Possible? Is everyone okay? Now I need to control it. What should I do? I must control it by reduction of energy consumption. Energy consumption. Can I say energy consumption must go down, or energy efficiency? Energy efficiency must go up. True or not? Can I say low carbon based technologies? Yes. Somebody wrote renewable energy, carbon sequestration, carbon trading is also there. We can also say carbon offsetting. Box item. Any book has it? Does any book have it? मैंने master stroke पे भी book लिखी नहीं. Time नहीं मिलता नहीं तो otherwise I want to write a book called Master Key to Geography. Where I'll put in all these things, in all those innovations, and we can very well talk about this. Yes, carbon neutrality समझ में आया? Carbon neutrality, can we do similar things for land degradation neutrality? Possible? Possible land degradation neutrality? Think about it. Possible? This is carbon neutrality. Environmental management, environmental degradation, problem solutions. You can put it this way also. People ask me, sir, should I write in paras or should I write in points? In your boxes, put in points. In your boxes, put in maps. Maps should have points. But in your answer, that should be supported by explanatory analytical paragraphs. Job done. Yes or no? If I challenge you on this land degradation map of India, जल्दी बनाएंगे. Land degradation map of India. For geography who don't know how to draw a map, and how do you manage a subject? I wonder. Quickly think about it. Land degradation map of India. Quickly. Okay, chill. So Sneha has submitted something, but anyways, I thought, why not change the exercise? Let us guess what are 1, 2, 3, 4. What kind of land degradations are happening in 1, 2, 3, 4? So make a list and then type what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. तब तक मैं स्नेहा का मैप देखता हूँ. Sneha has put in something. Okay, Sneha. We'll look at that. Quickly, everyone, try doing 1, 2, 3, 4. What are these? What are these? Same thing. One is land degradation. Beta, one is a type of land degradation. ना one का नाम बताना यार. ये क्या बात है? Quickly, let's see. One people are saying is wind erosion and desertification. That's okay. यार बताना तो वो है. At least fill in the blank तो कर दो यार. Number 2, soil salinization. Yes. Soil salinization. Can I also say water logging? Possible. In fact, even badland creation is happening. Even बल्कि मैंने यहाँ किया नहीं. I should have created number 7. Yes. Number 3. Number 3, people have written deforestation. Yes, deforestation can also be there. Overgrazing can also be there. Deforestation and overgrazing. Very good. Number 4. Number 4 is slash and burn. Okay. Number 4 is slash and burn. So deforestation. Zoom. We can look at that. Yes. Okay. Number 5. Number 5 किधर है? Number 5 is marine ingress. Yes, coastal ingress of seawater. Seawater, coastal ingress of seawater. Taken. Get that? Number 6. Number 6 is water logging. Water logging. We have looked at that. Even here also salinization has happened. Yes, I can see due to monocropping. Do we have that? Number 7 क्या है? Can I say badlands, gullies and all that? Is everyone okay? Perfect, Kalyanika. Good. Now everyone, what did I ask you? What was the map? Land degradation map of India. If you make these 7 things right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, does the map look clean? And next to it, if you make this, does it go as a good thing or not? Everyone, goes as a good thing. Now let us look at this submission, which is Sneha. Sneha ne submit kiya. So thank you for submitting. Now landslide is a natural thing. Yes, over irrigation. अरे बताइए तो सही, इससे degradation क्या हुआ? What degradation happened because of this? Flood and drought. आपको लगता है flood and drought is this? Do you get that? Whatever comes in our mind, we start writing that. I have not told you to put brainstorming to shame. बेइज्जती मत करवाओ brainstorming की. I have not taught you to be overconfident with pseudo knowledge. देखिए, तूफान लाना है. A storm of ideas. Empty cup. There is no water in this. Can some storm come in this? Nothing can come. जो मन में आया वो point लिख दो, and that is brainstorming. I did not teach. But towards the end of the course, I should be telling you that brainstorming is not about vomiting something on the paper. I'm sorry to use that word. It is about intelligent thinking and putting those things. Look at my points. Are they all a kind of land degradation or not? And you people tell me कि आप अपनी vocabulary पे काम कर रहे करो. मुझे एक बात बताओ. Somebody said that I'm preparing for 2024. I will think about 2024. Don't you think you should be thinking right now? Somebody wrote to me, sir, I'm in a job. Sir, I should be given some exemptions. Sir, थोड़ा ज़्यादा time दे दो. अरे job or no job, when you decided to prepare for this will be needed. Do you see brainstorming means hitting the nail on the head? True or not? Yes or no? You have a wall. Wall पे कील लगाना है. So where will you hit the hammer? Here is the nail. Will you hit it everywhere around? And then you say I'm working. No, you have to hit it on the head. So when I'm talking about land degradation map of India, this has to be the land degradation map of India. मैं और कुछ करूँगा? Land degradation neutrality will come later on. True or not? And it will have its consequences. It will have its consequences. So again, saying that is why I've always said that read a book. Book इसलिए पढ़ने को कहता हूँ. Do you get that? Why students are just either mugging up books or notes? Because when it comes to brainstorming, they write anything and everything. I'm okay with it. That you put a point. This. These are 8. Urban concretization. True or not? Land degradation. That's also kind of land degradation or not? That is true. I agree. But I'm saying I'm talking only of land degradation. I'm not saying flood and come on, flood and droughts. Why calling them land degradation? Flood is a natural phenomenon. Flood is a natural phenomenon. Drought will happen. Definitely it happens. And after that, it is a part of that. Drought leading to desertification, that is there. Deforestation and desertification, that is what we are talking about. So that has to be a point. True. Question for practice. Let me use this land degradation. Let me use LD. Let me use LDC, LUC, land degradation, land use change. And yet we also use something called as disaster. I want to make a question. I want to make a question. I want to make a fusion question of all these. Can I? For practice, when saying instead of notes banane aaye, it is like me expecting a lot out of you. But trust me, it will be cheating on my part if I do not show you what is the highest level of answer writing. How these people like Aishwarya Verma, Vikalpa, Anu, and Ajay Jain rank 12, 66 में कौन था अपना Saurabh Pandey, and so many students. How did they really get the ranks? So wherever you are, I don't know whether you choose to take this journey or not. I don't know. But this journey is fun, and this is required to clear the exam. Just coming to the class, एक दो assignment अच्छी submit कर दिया, उसमें you're feeling top of the world, मुझे बहुत आता है. So try doing that. Try looking at these questions. To what extent land use changes are responsible for disasters in India? Very, very normal. This question can even come in GS. Imagine, it can come in GS also, but we are looking at it will take some heavy amount of thinking. और उसके बाद innovation. बिना innovation तो आंसर आएगा ही नहीं. बिना innovation तो आंसर आएगा ही नहीं. तो इसमें दो चीजें पता होनी चाहिए. You should know what is LUC. You should also know what is the connection of LUC with disaster. The question is on connection. Land degradation will be involved in this. Is everyone okay or not? True. If you remember land use change, what is land use change? Remember net zone area, area under forest, built up area. We had net zone area plus pastures. ऐसा कुछ था. Process of how hazard become disaster through LUC. I don't know. First of all, you will have to show me LUC also. Remember net zone area. What is happening to the net zone area? Net zone area तो हमारा plateau हो चुका है. Remember this? But very high. What is happening to the pastures? What is happening to the pastures? They come down. True or not? What is happening to the forest? कितने पर है? 24% पर है. This was 56% if you remember. Remember? Pastures were probably 2% only. Built up area. We were looking at built up area is also small and we need to increasing. Remember those trends? That lecture of land resource has to be brought over here. That lecture of land resource has to be brought over here. Otherwise नहीं आएगा. True or not? ये 56 तो net zone area नहीं आएगा. मतलब all together net zone is 50 plus. Remember this? What is capable of giving us all that? Yes. How much was this? This was around 14%. 56, 24, 14. How much is it? 60, 70, 50, 60, 70, 80, 94% हो गया. बाकी others कर देना. Can we do that? Yes. इसके लिए क्या अच्छा रहेगा? What way of showing would be better? Pie chart. NSA slightly more than 50% is what? NSA plus pastures plus culturable wasteland. Remember this? 50 से ऊपर कर दिया हमने. Slightly over 50. Everything in this. Forest is around 24%. ऐसा हो जाएगा. True. Forest plus tree. Yes, area under tree. और क्या है? 14% is built up area. And कितना बचता है यार? ये तो ज़्यादा हो रहा है ना. We can call this as others. Is everyone okay with this? True. They can be fallow and other things which we are looking at. In fact, ये थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा कर देते हैं. Pastures भी डाल दिया ना मैंने सब कुछ. So this should be like this. एक और. I remember Priyanka Shukla. She secured rank 108. She used to draw pie charts like this. She says 3D में करेंगे. So this is it. And this is going to be NSA plus pastures plus culturable wasteland. Then what? This is going to be built up area. This is going to be forest. And this is going to be others. Whichever you choose. And what is happening? Forest is down. Built up area is going up. Net zone area is constant. Is it okay? The use of symbols. What is it? Changing land use. And then I'll give the impact. ये हमने ऐसे डाल दिया. Percentage डालना. We'll put that around 60% of around 60%. Built up area around 14%. around 24%. Is it okay? So come on here. So if you are able to do this, then your answers will have power. And to do this, what is needed, everyone? To do this, what is needed? We must have practiced it. We must have practiced it or not? True. Now, what is land use change doing? What disasters is it causing? Everyone, quickly tell me. What disasters? What disasters is it causing? Reading, brainstorming, practicing. Same reading के साथ में we should be also picking up the good things. Innovate भी करना होगा ना. Innovation तो है, बिना innovations भाई answers नहीं आ रहे. Yes. अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं इसमें? LU. Deforestation. Yes. Concretization. Infra. Settlement. Development. Is it happening or not? Yes, we are doing that. तो हो गए. Agriculture में क्या करें? Faulty agricultural practices. Faulty agricultural practices, are we doing them or not? Yes. Hydrology, rivers, lakes, water body, change in hydrology. Are we doing that? Can you see all our examples of all our types of LUC, land use change? And will they lead to disaster? They will lead to associated disasters. Deforestation का disaster जो लिखना, landslide, earthquake, mud flow, whatever you can. Forest fires in that. Yes, concretization infrastructure, so urban flash floods are happening, hydrological cycle is going over there. That's one. Faulty agricultural practices, water logging is happening, soil salinization is happening, leaching is happening. When we are taking over the wetlands, remember when we are taking over the wetlands, so what happens? Drought. The frequency for droughts and floods is increasing because of that. True or not? Wetlands, we are looking at even the productivity of the soil going down because of that. True. Everyone, can we see that before writing this answer, we would have to know this? Somebody wrote on the group, sir, many answer usi time likh diye the without practice. Yes. Will you check? MMP पे, somebody said, मैंने शाम को लिख दिया. भाई, it takes time and you really need to see what you have and then try to write the answer. तब तो मजा भी आएगा. Get that? So do we have a class at 6 also? No, आज environment भी करना है. So we will, let me see. What time is it? 6 or 6:30? The next class. Let me check. Okay, so do we deserve a half an hour break? Okay. So everyone, if I go back this, I've given you 2 questions to practice also, and I have looked at more issues and contemporary issues. Can you see that most of the topics of contemporary issues have a very, very strong chance of being asked in GS also? GS paper 1 and paper 3. So today, did we deal with ecological issues, environmental hazard? We were talking about this, only tsunami is left. I have to look at that. Issue related to environment. Pollution ka, I am inviting you for the environment classes. So individual pollution categories, I'll be doing that. Changes in land use also done. Everyone now? The ecological part of it, principle of environment impact assessment, we've already done. Today, did I include more environment management in this? Yes. So, and sustainable part also, and agriculture. So this is what we have done. Some more aspects I will be weaving in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class will be the final class on contemporary issues. More or less all the topics are completed. So I hope you are creating a lot of understanding and expectation from what the examiner wants, and you would want to raise that bar. And is it possible what I'm showing you? Is it possible? Why am I doing it with you? Is so that you can see here, hum kar sakte. Maybe you are not there right now, but is it possible to do this, whatever I'm doing? And again saying that this is not blank brainstorming. This comes after we have completed our syllabus, after we have had some justice to the question asked. तो जरूर अपने क्वेश्चन को देखिए, अपना खुलर बुक को पढ़िए. I have a reason behind asking my students to read the book. Newspaper, can you see, very important in this. So MMP में every day we are working on newspaper. अब तो आपके पास भी आते हैं newspaper के important articles की summary. Are they coming or not? Are you participating in the MCQs on that? Make sure you participate on the MCQs. And people who are serious, please share them, those MCQs with them. They will also value from it. So thanks a lot. I will see you at 6 o'clock. Today we are starting. We'll give you an overview of environment, how to work on that. And after that, I'll be taking you through the world of biodiversity till Kunming Declaration. Thank you. See you.